You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, Crusaders? Welcome back to another Power Pack episode of the Comic Crusaders Podcast, where we bring you the best in indie comics, pop culture, and all things geek. That's right. Now, today we got a returning big old champ in the building. That's right. She is a creative dynamo, a storytelling force, and someone who's always pushing the boundaries of indie comics. You know her. You love her. She's the mind behind the Path of the Pale Rider, the one, the only, the amazing Laurie Calcaterra. How you doing, homie?
Hey, Al, it's wonderful to be here. Thanks for having me on the show. Hi, everybody who's watching. It's Laurie. Are you sick of me yet?
Hey, listen, you're a big boss. Yeah. I see you all over the place. You're kicking ass on podcasts, but not just podcasts. You are kicking ass in the world of indie comics. And you are here yet again with yet another chapter in the Path of the Pale Rider series, baby.
Yes.
Smoke story. I mean,
how into that good spot
forward, baby. What?
We're getting it. I mean, it's been good all along, but like the story's been building and building and building, and we're into that like right in the middle of that arc where it's going to get real good real fast.
Oh, see, now you're already teasing that. You're already to my second question, because I was about to ask you.
Sorry.
Looking back, how has the project evolved since then? And like, what any type of surprises in store for the fans that have been reading thus far, and for those?
Well, yes. So looking back at where we came from when we first launched our very first campaign, it was black and white. It was just Marco and myself, Marco DeFio. Hi. And then it was soon after that, Rachel Bullock came on board. It was our editor. And then we brought on Matt Chambers as a colorist. And so now Marco, he's a full-time artist. And of course, his schedule got real busy. So I don't know if I came on last issue, but we actually have a new interior artist that picked up on issue 5 and is continuing with issue 6. And so Gilbert Perez is on the comic book, and he's an amazing talent, and he loves Path of the Pale Rider, which you'll see in his work because he comes up with the most ingenious stuff. So looking back, it's like the team has grown, the comic has changed. We're now running in full color all the time. We have a trade paperback under our belt, and we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the story. So yes, it's been quite a journey. And Al, I mean, like I've been coming on your show since the beginning, right? Remember when I knocked your socks off with the concept the first time? One of my favorite interviews because you were just like, what the heck?
Yeah, right? You're going nuts. I said, this lady's crazy. Love
her. Crazy in a good way. Crazy like a fox. But yeah, for the people that have been reading, we're going to see some new characters. We're building up the story to what's coming in the next issue. And the next issue is big. Hi, Keza. Hi, Cameron. Nice to see you. I know Cameron's a big fan. Cameron loves the hot sauce. And of course, our giant undead bear, Big James.
All right. The second. You see, again, I like this. This is why I like talking to you. You already start kind of knowing where I'm going with an idea, because this new Kickstarter project is already making waves. So, again, for those that are just unaware, give us the elevator pitch. What's the concept, and why is this one special? They all are.
Right. They all are, but like I said, we're getting into the nitty-gritty. So, if you are unfamiliar with Path of the Pale Rider, hi, Cameron. It is a world where death is broken. Your body can die, but your soul or your energy does not leave your body upon death. You are in it as it decays. Your brain rots, you lose your humanity, you lose your memories, you could become violent or vegetative. It hits everybody differently. And by the way, it's people, animals, insects, fish, nothing dies correctly. We're all stuck here rotting together, right? And so in this world, we're following a cowboy 10 years into that apocalypse. Things have devolved back to the Wild West. And he's kind of like the last guy that's still looking for the answer of why did the dead no longer die?
You hear this, folks? You hear this madness? Oh my God!
It's madness.
Let me ask you this: every project has a aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
That spark that made you say, "I have to create this now."
Yep. Yep. That was me understanding what the world would look like if death was broken. What would we eat? Where would we go? How would we interact with the undead? That becomes more and more chaotic. And so this series, as soon as I had that aha moment of death is broken, it really took on a life of its own with the world building, with Jude's journey through the wasteland, trying to figure out what happened and how do you do. There's so many conspiracy theories out there in the real world. Can you imagine the conspiracy theories in this world? I mean,
And you'd
anything
have
could
to
be true.
believe them because if death, is no longer existence, I guess you could believe just about anything.
Exactly. It's like, is it aliens? Is it a virus? Is it government meddling? Was it the rapture? Was it the food we eat? You know what I mean? There's just, it could be anything when the dead don't die.
Imagine the commercials in that world.
Mm-hmm. And we've
Uh,
made some commercials. That's the fun part.
oh yeah, let's do it. So, here, of course, you're a crowdfunding boss and absolutely
Thank
not a
you.
stranger to it. So, what kind of lessons from your past campaigns have shaped how you're running this one?
I'm always offering something new and I'm continually putting things up on the campaign. And so if you've already, hey, so that's awesome. If you've already been to the campaign, there might be some new stuff since we launched. In fact, I guarantee you there is. There's been add-ons. We've put laser engraved 4x6 pictures. We've put original art. Um, there is a ton of new things. Unfortunately, a lot of them have already been sold out, but there's still a couple of the Funko Pops left. I make some really cool t-shirts. You could always get those on the campaign and you could be drawn in. There's custom stuff and there's hot sauce. So there's all sorts of cool stuff on the
You got that
campaign.
beacon. Oh shit.
Yeah. People a lot of my fans are foodies, which I am. I love food. I make my own hot sauce. And so they were asking me how, like how they could get their hands on some of it. So that's how it all came about.
When are we gonna get the commercial of Laurie Speaker over here? Come on now.
Lori's what?
Laurie Speaker. Speaker is how we would put us Latinos, or at least in Puerto Rico, we call it the hot sauce we put on rice. Speaker. So I got
Yeah.
some Laurie Speaker.
Well, this is one of the only places you can get it.
Oh,
So off the Kickstarter, and then when you meet me in person, like at a Comic-Con, in person. Unfortunately, I can't sell it from my website. There's like FDA approval that needs to happen, and that's a little more difficult than people think.
it's coming soon too. We're gonna be seeing like I Love Lucy
Someday.
style commercials from Laurie that's in the house.
That would be funny. I would enjoy that. That would be
Yeah, I
fun.
can see you, cause you're hysterical, man. Smashing watermelons and shit. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Mhm.
Pumpkins. Yeah. So,
Yes.
talk to me right here. All right. So, how does this project build upon or even differ from the last couple of stories? Are we seeing a new side of you in this one? Is there
Well,
any new side? Any new parts of Laurie that are being kind of
new parts of Lori.
Hey, I mean, within the universe of the Cartatera verse.
Oh, you're talking about a new side of the story that I'm
Yes,
showing you? Something
yes, yes.
different? Well, okay. If you've been reading the story, Jude St. Clair starts out 10 years into the apocalypse. Issues 1, issues 2, very much a Western. Issues 3 and 4 were a flashback. So you get to go back in time and you see the day that Death went missing. You get to see how quickly society falls apart. We did our trade paperback at that point, which was a great time to collect those first 4 issues. Issue 5, we're back in where we met Jude in the beginning. And so we're moving forward. And Jude escaped from a town by the skin of his teeth and got knocked out at the very end, and it kind of left you on a little bit of a cliffhanger of what happened to him and what's going to happen now. And so that's where we're picking up with issue 6. Is he is surrounded by the undead. He has been captured and tied up, and he's at the mercy of this undead bandito named Miguel Blanco, who wants something from Jude, but you have to read to find out what. And like I said, it's a great issue. There's some action, there's some intrigue. Jude has to make a very important decision, which then will lead up to the next one, issue 7, which is by far the biggest moment in these first 12 issues. This is a great time to pick us up and start from the beginning and binge read, because you're going to want to be caught up for what I drop on you on issue number 7. 100%.
I'm digging the name though for Miguel Blanco.
Yes. He's an interesting character because Blanco, of course, meaning white, and then Miguel wears all black. So I'm telling you something about this character where he's black and white. There's really no in between with him. He gets what he wants by any methods necessary.
See, that's gangster. See, because Laurie from the hood, she know what it is. Yo, she come up with them gangster characters. Yeah. And we're talking all about this, and you guys are like, oh, what's going on? I want to see some goodies. Absolutely will right now. Let's go. You got some goodies. First of all, look at this Kickstarter, and a big salute to you 95 backers over here showing love to my homegirl, supporting independent comics. Out of a $4,550 goal, Laurie has already reached $5,500. Woo! I mean, she funded, but we listen, support indie. 11 days to go.
We got a ton
funds and all that shit coming. So don't be giving me
I was gonna say we got a ton of really cool stretch goals that are coming. We're gonna have a lot of fun when we break some more. So, but let's continue.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at this cover right here, son.
So
talk to me about the cover, man. What is going on here? Because some shit is going nuts here, man. I've seen the covers before, and I've never seen a homie kind of look like, oh shit, like he like this is bad.
This is bad, right? He's dejected. He's tied up. He's beaten. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like the cheery, determined Jude that we normally get. Someone is standing over him, and he's kneeling in front of a pool of blood. And whose blood is that? What I love what Gilbert did for this was that the upper Jude is alive, and he's wearing that green disc, which is a heart monitor for people who are unaware. So it's green, meaning he's alive. It's showing his heartbeat. But if you look at his reflection in the blood pool, it has a straight line, which means he is undead in this world. And if you look a little closer at his face, he has some rot. And so we're always teasing about Jude's mortality. Is it coming to an end in this issue? You never know. We're always uncertain whether he's going to make it through each issue.
That's one thing about the line. I didn't notice the line, but what I did notice was the knife.
The knife.
All right, and the placement of it, on that line. So I said, all right, so something's going on.
Right. That knife is important. You're going to see it show up in the issue quite a bit. So
this is one of my favorite matchups ever, because one of these is absolutely unexpected. You get Fallout, all right, yeah. You get the good, the bad, the ugly, all right, bet. You get the Walking Dead, you're like, yeah, cool. And then Cocaine Bear. What the fuck? How the hell is
this? Yeah. In this world, you can have undead everything, anything. And so when, Jude's traveling through the undead West, he does encounter a giant bear with the moniker Big James. But you could have undead anything. You could have undead moose, undead penguins. We have an undead puppy dog at this point in the story.
Nothing is sacred to Laurie. Everything will come to life in my world.
That's the thing. Well, I mean, even though we can shoot it and maim it, it could still come back.
Oh man! And look at this right there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's crazy.
David Rodriguez.
Right there. Yeah. When did you get in that tattoo, Laurie?
Soon. I have that one, and I have a skull picked out too. I haven't decided which one I want first. Actually, on last campaign, I put that if we broke 8,000, that I would get a tattoo. Sadly we didn't get there, but someday we will, and then I'll get that
Oh my
tattoo.
God! Will you film yourself getting the tattoo?
Hey man, if we break 8,000, I'll get that tattoo.
All right, let's go. Come, folks. We gotta see this happen. All right, we gotta see this. I mean, you see, like Laurie's all over the board, making videos, the elevator pictures. I mean, starting from that, but then look inside.
Yes.
Number
so
6.
here they are. They're in this camp called Camp Cadaver.
Camp Cadaver, where?
Well, Campamento Cadaver, however you want to say it in Spanish, but that's where they are. And they found themselves there by accident. That is Jude St. Clair and the lovable town drunk Dwayne Fink, who claims to know how the apocalypse started. And you don't know whether you can believe him or not.
He's the town drunk. How can you?
Can you believe him? He might know, but he also could just be making up a story for drinks. Because
that's the problem of the town drunk. Is like the little boy who cried wolf.
Yes.
Can we believe you or not? Do you want a drink? Are you looking for a quarter? You need a
right, and that's it. That was like the town they were in, the town of Santa Claus. That was the entertainment at the bar. Give Dwayne a drink and see what crazy stuff comes out of his mouth. Because they didn't have TV. It was just like, get him started, get him a beer. We'll see what he says. But
that's some shit though, because you're gonna have to almost take it with a grain of salt sometimes to be like, huh?
Yeah, but he could be telling the entire truth. You never know. So you got to hang out and find out if he actually knows. And I think that this issue, you find out a lot more about Dwayne Fink and how he functions in the apocalypse. We waited. We saw him in issue 2, and then we went into that flashback. We caught up with him with issue 5. We found out some things, but he didn't tell us everything yet. So gotta wait and see.
I like the panel usage here, and I like the little blots on the side and all. Awesome, awesome
Gilbert does some really cool things where, like in between the panels, we saw this in issue 5. There was blood, there was smoke. There was really cool. It was just really cool that the way that he will utilize the panels himself to embellish the story. So these are the first 4 pages. You get to see again Jude and Dwayne. You got this guy who's burnt to a crisp doing all the talking. It's like, oh, can you imagine just being
what I don't want to imagine is the smell.
Yes.
That, oh my God, yo.
I always go ahead.
I'm just saying, I would wish that my nostrils, my sense of smell is completely dead in that world.
Right. I don't know. I think at some point they might become nose blind just because they're if you're surrounded by the undead for so long, that maybe, hopefully, you would start to, your brain would just like override it, because otherwise you'd just be throwing up.
daily. But again,
here's Miguel.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah.
And then this lady is wearing a uniform of one of the collectors. Now, the collectors is the police force that, whatchamacallit, the police force that goes around collecting the undead and taking them to the undead retirement community, which we haven't seen yet. And so here he is interrogating her, and he's not getting the answers he wants. She's begging for her life, and he is a bastard. And so
he looks at, he ain't showing no respect for Shorty. Look at this.
Oh, no respect for Shorty.
Oh my God. Laurie do not play around when it comes to scenes either. All right. When your homie brought this on over and sent this page to you, what you thought? Because holy fuck. Wow.
Yeah. I was like, yep, that's exactly what happens in my mind, that Miguel just doesn't take any. Hi, Levi. Hi, Christy. He doesn't take no for an answer. And if you're not giving him the answer he wants, you pay for it. And so that's unfortunately what happened with this lady. She's beat up, and she's, no more heartbeat. She's going to bleed out. But that doesn't mean that she's dead, because when you go to the next page.
Yeah, we're going to get there in a minute, but I don't
you have questions?
To get there. Yeah, because I'm just looking at the lettering. Who's doing
Yeah.
the lettering? Because I like the differentiation, how it goes, the bubbles, and the style of it right here. I mean, who's doing the lettering? The funk,
Mhm.
all that blood gush. Yeah, who's doing all this?
I'm doing the lettering.
Oh shit! Yeah, and look at this. Flip
Ah,
City says, "I refuse to cry when you kill that." Laurie, you're killing horse. Look at Laurie kills everything. Apparently, don't give a shit.
that
They're
was
not
in
really dying
That's
though.
not a secret. That's in issue 1. And that's poor Diana Prince. Jude calls her Prince.
But do they
And
really die? Laurie says they don't really die.
they
So
don't, but we don't know where she went. Like, he woke up, he was unconscious from that attack from the bear, and the bear was gone, the horse was gone, so he
uh,
doesn't know what happened. But that
uh,
doesn't mean we won't see her again, just so you know. She could
this big
still show up.
might be alive. Maybe it didn't
Might be
become
a
bear
lie.
food. It didn't become bear horse jerky or something.
Well, he's not eating people because the undead don't have to eat, but he rips them to shreds, is what he does. If you're on his road and he's awake, he's chasing you either off the road or he can catch you. You are hamburger meat.
So I'm thinking maybe Big James is smart and did maybe ripped up the horse and did sell this jerky to the humans, in the forest.
Also gross. We're not eating the horse. Thank you. It's still moving. It's still moving.
Oh, look at this, yo. What, yo, that's a ballsy ass move. Because you throw a knife like that at me, that's the last thing I'm gonna think of is taking out. Because I'm gonna be thinking I'm gonna bleed to death.
I mean, if it's in you, the first thing you think of is pulling it out. But I mean, he's got
I've
a
seen
point.
too many movies, Laurie. I've seen too many movies.
I know. I agree with you. Where it's like you're not supposed to do that. You bleed out fast. But it's not like she had a choice. No one's coming to save her.
Oh,
you
man.
know,
So
Jude and Dwayne are the only 2 living people in who knows how many miles, and they're both tied up. So, but it's amazing. He's just like, clean her up. You know what I mean? And she's now part of this camp because even though she's, and has no heartbeat, she's undead. She becomes one of them. So,
oh shit! I just noticed the other dude got his fucking gut sticking out.
yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, leave it to Gilbert. He does stuff in the background. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just looked at that. I'm seeing homie say snap, and I was like, at first I was like, what is that pink thing? I didn't want to get too close. Like, what is that? And then I noticed, like, oh, okay.
Intestine. Yeah, they're all gruesome. It's Camp Cadaver. So you're surrounded by the undead. They're all going to have different gruesome things that have happened to them depending on how they passed. But they all work for this guy. So
look though, Laurie, he has a really great, and he does like a mean hombre for sure.
He's a mean hombre for sure, absolutely. But he's in charge too. It's like there's no question. He's just like, do it, take care of it, and they do. And then he has his sights on Jude and Dwayne. So, it's a bad day.
Yeah, I mean, is that the poor horsey indeed? So there we go.
Yeah, so this is just kind of a GIF recap so you can see pages of the previous issues. This is issue 5 where Gilbert took over. We got Swarm of Undead Bugs in that one. But this is where we started. This is Prince, of course, and Jude in the wild, waking up.
I'm gonna tell you, you always done such a great job with this book, and to see you keep going and kicking ass on Kickstarter the way you have is absolutely amazing. Oh shit! What the hell?
Okay, so Gilbert loves Path. I already said this, right? But he loves it so much that he has a bunch of sketch covers. And so when he goes to cons and if it's not busy, he's sketching Path of the Pale Rider on sketch covers. And I love this one. And if nobody gets it, I really want this. But this is
let's buy it for everybody, right?
No, I'm like, if maybe you could just buy it and gift it to me and I would be happy. Because making indie comics is expensive. Anyway, so this is Spidey Jude on top of a Venom Prince. This is the first one he ever did. And it's by far he has his little Spider-Man symbol in the disc. So this was actually on a sketch cover of issue 4. So this is available on the campaign in the add-ons. It's original. It's the only one, not a print. This is an issue 4 that Gilbert drew on the sketch cover. So, like I said, it's
this is
one.
fire.
It's one. I know. I love it.
Fire, yeah.
I just need to win the lotto so I can just make comics and buy all of Gilbert's art because they're all my characters. I just want to paper my walls with it, you know?
I hear you. I understand. I want to paper my walls when I put my logo and my colors and shit. But then my landlord probably wouldn't like those colors on my walls.
Probably not. Probably not. So these are the next two are both on issue 5s. And so these are the next two that he did. You get a beautiful Jude St. Clair in a poncho. So very good, the bad, and the ugly feel with his smoking gun and Big James in the background with a bullet hole through his forehead. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, man, look at that. And look at that hole. I mean, does anything come out of that hole? Who knows?
I don't know. He's been undead for a while. And then you get a half-dead Jude St. Clair with his, again, smoking gun. His name is on. So gorgeous. And again, we're always teasing you about Jude's mortality, whether he makes it or not, or for how much longer. And so again, this is available in the add-ons, not a print. It's issue 5. It's unique. And if you add this on, you're the only one that gets this. It's amazing.
Crazy. I mean, it is a dope looking cover. That shit is wild. Yeah, I dig it.
This is what I mean. There is a tier where you can get a sketch cover done, a custom one. So you would tell Gilbert, like, I want Jude or I want Big James on the cover, and he would design it for you. So you get a say in what goes on that cover, and it would look like that, where it's pencils and ink, black and white. It's really nice. These next two are the original art, traditional pencils and inks of the two covers that Gilbert has done. And these are on 11 by 17 Bristol board. So these are not issues. These are 11 by 7. They're big, right? And they're gorgeous. Yeah, this was where the party's at. I love it. So they're both gorgeous. And again, if I had to win the lotto, I would just buy all of all of this art.
Laurie won't let nobody have anything. She'd buy everything and hoard it all for herself. That's
I would.
Right?
I would start a museum.
Just look, somebody just bought it, and when you look, oh, she did.
Yeah, that would be me. That'd be funny.
Listen, you always tell people, because one time I had reshared a Comic Crusader post on my own personal account.
Yeah.
And somebody, I guess, went through my timeline. Oh, do you just reshare your own shit? Like, I absolutely do. I'm my own number one fan, motherfucker. Absolutely, I do.
Why wouldn't I? Of course, it's a promotion.
Gorgeous cover so much.
William Russell, Big James, and a pack of zombies running away from him. And what I love so much about this, there's a little Easter egg. See the T-shirt this guy's wearing in the front? It's one of the logos from one of my hot sauces. It's the green sauce.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, he's wearing a hot sauce shirt.
Is that what killed him in real life?
No, probably Big James. The hot sauce is what reminds them of eating.
Oh, shit, right? The hot sauce. Yeah, that reminds me of something. What was it? iZombie, that they needed to eat everything with hot sauce because that's the only way they could still taste anything.
That's funny. This is similar. They don't need to eat. But we're going to have a moment in issue 6 that kind of explains why they would consume hot sauce, maybe one drop at a time. It's a really cool moment. And I can't wait for people to read it. It's so meaningful.
This you go, sad pancake.
Sad pancake.
Killing puppies. Look at this.
This was an accident, of course. So in issue 5, I wrote this really intense scene where this gang of zombies, these undead, went into a town and they pulled all the living people and just lined them up in the street and started shooting them.
Oh, damn.
Because again, they're done talking, they're done communicating. At this point, in order for us to be on the same side, you have to not have a heartbeat. And so they just shot everybody.
Damn.
And Gilbert drew a puppy into that scene, not thinking about what would happen to that puppy. And in the very last panel, I was like, okay, you make sure that you end that puppy. And he was like, what? Yeah. And I was like, no, it's, this
Laurie, you're offending me, you murderer.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I blame Gilbert. I didn't write a puppy into that scene. He did it.
It's your fault, motherfucker. I love it.
But so what we did was I put a picture of the puppy prior to the event.
I
I put it into our Facebook group, and the fandom named the puppy. So none of them asked me if I was going to be killing this puppy. They just were very happy to name this puppy, not realizing that the puppy would meet its demise. So
you monster.
I know. I was like,
You
name
are
this
monster.
puppy. And I was like, the puppy is dead. Hey, it's Ronnie. Nice to see you, man. So that's the story, the origin story of Sad Pancake. We love him so much that he made a comeback. And I have to say, this is the very first time we have deviated from the script that I wrote originally in 2018. Everything that we have been doing has been in stone since 2018, which will mess you up when you think about it, because a lot of times if you read my story, it looks like current events. So, I'm sorry.
Laurie Nostradamus here. I'm telling
Laurie
you.
Nostradamus, yes.
Going on.
Nostradamus is my middle name.
Hey, listen, we're either gonna get zombies or aliens, and if we get the zombies, blame Laurie.
It's much worse than that, Al. Once you find out the reason of what happened behind this, it's terrible. We do have sketch covers, and again, there is an option to have Gilbert Perez custom make you a beautiful drawing on a sketch cover as well. Both of those tiers are available.
Oh, I like that Big James t-shirt.
Yes, the yellow one is quite popular.
Yes,
that's this one I'm wearing. But
that's how you make t-shirts. Wait a minute. Hold on, Laurie. Hold on. You got to mark it quick. Let me see that t-shirt real quick.
This one.
Oh, that looks great. Oh, yes. Yeah. Look at that, folks. It looks great.
Thank you. And I make these. So you're going to be getting these from me, myself, and I. We have a ton of designs.
Yeah, that meter, you actually should not have put it in the center. You should have put it exactly over the heart like he has it on the comic book. That would have been dope. And kind of do the boat design if you could. That would have been fire on that. Yeah, but I'm digging it. Yeah, that looks really, really great. Your swag. Of course, Laurie always brings the swag.
2-cover combo. I did this last campaign, and I don't think I talked about it enough because not too many people backed it, but this is great. So our comic is 10, the PDF is 5. And so a lot of the tiers are 15, plus shipping, but you can actually get 2 covers and the PDF for 20. So for $5 more, you can do 2 covers. So, and you could pick any ones you want. So you could do a cover and then a variant. You could do 2 variants. You can do Sad Pancake and a sketch cover. Any of those from that $15 tier, you can pick from any of those. There's four options that you can choose from the 2-cover bargain.
I want to see a movie about Sad Pancake, because that's what it looks like, a movie poster right there.
People are asking for Sad Pancake merchandise, so I'm sure we'll be doing that.
Oh my God, yeah, the plushie, just like that, with the hand in its mouth. Yes. That would be dope. Yep. Killing it with those pops that you do.
Yeah. We're on the 6th one? Yeah, so this is the one. There's 2 left of Francis St. Clair. That's number 5. There's a new design, number 6, which is the character Jimmy, that kind of the thug that was in issue 2 and issue 5. And so he's the next one. Someone already claimed that one because I only make 1 of the new one, but there's 2 of these left, Francis St. Clair. So it's usually like 1 of the new one and 5 available of the last one on every campaign, so you can choose. The new design is always a little bit more because I'm custom making these, so the studio charges me a little bit more, but you can fight for it. Secret rewards. I do weird demented. I mean, come on, it's me. I've sent people bottles of ashes and bones. I've 3D printed and painted Big James. I've 3D printed a working disc, which lights up, and it's a legit disc, man.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
I could do that. Yes, I could. You know what's funny, Christy? I went on a show that was called Thirst-tatoes, and she draws everybody's characters as potatoes. And so that would be really fun. We did Big James as a potato. So that would be easy to crochet a potato and put Big James features on it.
I got to see either the video of you crocheting in a rocking chair and telling us a story.
I crochet. I did in crochet. Yeah, I have for a long time. I just haven't done it recently.
Oh, shit. There you go. Laurie got the skills. You started it here. We got to see this now.
Yeah, okay. We do have a wooden cover. We did
cool.
metal covers for the first 4, but now we are smack dab in the West, and so we are doing wooden covers. We did one for issue 5. It turned out great. So this is kind of a mock-up of what issue 6 would look like with a wood pattern. They look super nice.
Oh, you got puzzles?
I got puzzles. We did a Lola Lola, her name is Lola Martinez. She's an undead bandita, which we met in issue 4 and 5. She's a badass. And so we did a puzzle of her. And we have a big James puzzle this time around. I still have some Lola. I think I got like 4 left of the Lola puzzles. And so if you want one, you can put those in the add-ons. You can add one on too.
You are dead ass torturing the fans of that poor horse.
I know, isn't it? Gilbert did this with no direction from myself. He was like, I want to do like a really badass Big James. And I was like, cool, I need something for a puzzle. We'll put it on t-shirts. We'll make a bunch of stuff. And he turns this in and I was like,
oh shit!
People are going to.
I don't think I'm going to see his horse again. So I don't know.
Like, that's not canon, though. We don't know what state she's in. I promise you, she's not just ahead. We can, when you do covers and art, it's like you can do whatever you want. Like Half Dead Jude on a cover does not mean that he actually dies in that issue.
Laurie, now I'm thinking in your sick ways. If it was just ahead and he happens to find it and it's alive in its way. And just put a broomstick up its neck,
Someone suggested that, Al. Someone was like, you need to do like the broomstick and like put on your hat, because I have like an apocalypse cowgirl outfit, and they're like, there, problem solved. You can ride around Prince on a broomstick. And I was like, that is so demented. Do that Halloween.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Nice to know that I have brethren out there as such.
Yes.
What's this?
This is cool. Wow. We have our own choose your own adventure book. And so if you've been reading the story, but you want a little more interaction, this is a 60-page manga-sized book where you put on the hat and boots and you go through the apocalyptic West and you run bounties. It gets pretty crazy by the end. There's a ton of stuff that you could do and have happen to you in this book. What I love about it is that there's characters in the choose your own adventure that show up later in the main story. And so you as the reader understand how terrifying a character called the Skinner is, but Jude St. Clair runs into the Skinner and has no idea who this is. So you as the reader are like, in the horror movie, you're like, don't go down the stairs. Don't go out there by yourself. And then so that's when you're reading my story and you're like, there's the Skinner. Oh my God, run, Jude. And Jude has no idea.
I love it. And I love these old school books too. I'm digging it. Those must be fun to write as well, to think of different scenarios.
It's difficult, you know what I mean? Because you're like brainstorming and going down all these different branches, and you have to really figure out how to tie those branches together. Oh, right.
Well, you got to catch up.
Here's your chance, man. I got all sorts of catch-up tiers. And I got, you can add on things in the, like if you're missing like 3, 4, and 5, and 6, you can get those in the add-ons. I have digital catch-ups too. So this is cool. This is gone. I should put something that says it's claimed on it. I need to update that. But I started making these mugs. I made a green one for myself, and I really loved the pattern. And so I'm making more. I just did another one. I did a yellow one, but I only put one on a campaign at a time, I think, because I'm not trying to turn into a mug store. But it's really cool. So if you want these, you got to get there early to claim it, because this one went in the first 15 minutes.
Oh, it does look good though. I like the color scheme and everything.
Thank you. Yeah. And every time I go to the ceramic place, they switch out their style of mugs. And so even if I come in with the same stencil, it'll be completely different every time. And I always pick a different color. It'll be a different color combination. So
cool. What's this?
So I rebind books now. I don't know how we've been hanging out since I started that last year. And so I'll do something like That's an example of one that I did, but I'm redoing Jurassic Park.
Okay.
So I took the cover off and I'm going to be rebinding this. I'll be making a hardcover. I'll be treating the edges. I'll be putting an interior bookmark and then designing a unique cover. And so I have a lot of fun with these. I have a whole stack that I'm going to rebinding, but there's kind of an example of one that I have done, but this is already claimed as well. That's, again, it went in the first 15 minutes. Someone
That looks
grabbed
dope.
it. So.
How you found this little hobby right here?
It was for the trade paperback. I decided I was going to make mini trades in black and white. And so I printed them myself. I was sewing the pages, like signatures together into a block. And I learned how to make covers for that. And it's really fun. Like I have a blast doing these. So I love doing it. I'm going to continue. I want to try new things. There are all sorts of things that I want to do that I have not tried yet. So
That's awesome. Uber
yeah.
cool of you. Oh yeah.
Swag bags.
Swag bags. What we talking about? We got small ones, we got large ones, man. Starting at 10 to 25, baby. What's going on?
Well, what's cool about I have a ton of merch, and this is my 7th Kickstarter, and a lot of times I'm buying things in bulk. So I'm buying like 100 acrylic pins of Big James. I'm buying, 100 button packs, 100 keychains, and if I'm shipping out 70 for, or 70 or 80 for physical backers, and I have like 20 left. Yeah. So I have just random smatterings of merch. And if you want to add on just a random smattering of merch and you don't want to go through the add-ons and pick it out, pick one of these and I'll pick it out for you. I have hats. So in the large swag bag, you might get a hat or a bat, like a canvas bag. The small swag bag, you're going to get like 5 smaller items. The large swag bag, you could get larger items. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
Excellent.
And there's a really bad GIF of some of the things that you can add on. There are hot sauce. There's single bottles of hot sauce and the sampler pack, which is the 3 different flavors that I produce regularly. So tons of stickers. There's some really cool stuff.
Was that a chicken nugget?
It was a dinosaur chicken nugget with, he had a disc on and a cowboy hat. Which is kind of an inside joke for people that have been following Path of the Pale Rider. Here's the hot sauce.
Oh shit! Look at that, yeah. You know what? I wasn't a big hot sauce fan. Yes, I know I'm Latino, dare I? But I went to a Puerto Rican spot and they put me onto that type of mango habanero.
Yes.
On a chicken pincho. Oh my effing goodness. Yeah. Whoa. Just whoa.
Delicious, right?
I fell in love. I said, great. It's not that hot either, which is perfect for me.
And these are not super hot. Like if you're looking for something that it's overly hot, these are not it. But I'm more about the flavor. So like the mango habanero, the barbecue sauce are more like a medium hot, and the green sauce is a mild. This, unfortunately, is sold out. This is called Jack's Revenge. It's a jackfruit and habanero sauce. I was only going to make it one time because it's so labor intensive to take apart a jackfruit. And then I tasted it, and it's so damn good. I'm going to have to make it again at some point.
Like it's well worth the damn work. Damn it.
It is. It really is. But it's like I can make all 3 of those sauces. I can make 12 bottles of each one of those, all 3 of them in one afternoon. This one, I can only do like 12 bottles in one day.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it. Because jackfruits are just a pain in my butt. But it's so good. I'll forget how terrible it is to take apart a jackfruit, and I'll end up doing it again at some point.
And I love the design on the label for this one. Yeah, that's a
Gilbert helped with that because I was coming up with stuff, and he was like, "It's cool, but it's not cool enough," and so he helped.
And what's this?
Stretch goals. This is where we are now. So since we're funded. We're working on different stretch goals. So as we continue to go up in dollars and backers, this is what you're unlocking as physical and digital backers. So poker cards, we've been building this poker deck every 50 backers. I think I started this on the 3rd campaign. And we're just going to continue until we have the whole freaking deck. And so those are the past ones. We unlocked the Ace of Spades. You got to see that one, Al. That one is the other one I'm thinking about getting a tattoo of.
Oh shit! But man, everything looks great. I really, 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 really like it. Oh,
look at that! That's what I'm thinking.
That's that is the
cool? So everybody gets these on a physical tier. We are 5 backers away from unlocking the next poker card. So again, we're just going to continue building the deck as we go every campaign. And then if and when we will finish the white deck, eventually there's a black deck too. So I'm really looking forward to the day. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. Oh man, I really like this. Yes.
There's so much hidden meaning in this as well. Yes. We're almost there, guys. It'll all be revealed. I promise. I promise. And so I'll flip those over when we get there. We haven't gotten 200 backers before. We've been close. So we're unlocking other things at dollar amounts. These are the digital PDF grouping. So again, if you're a physical or digital backer, you could take advantage of these stretch goals. So far we have unlocked 7 books. I think I have up to 20 available. So as we continue to unlock other stretch goals, we will unlock more of these as well. These stack. And then we did unlock this guy, and he is the 3-inch holographic vinyl sticker of Big Boy James.
I love this, yo. Cute. I mean, I don't know if I want to have a burger that looks at me, but you know.
I think he's cute. See what I did there? I think he's cute. Here's the slice and dice. So we unlocked this at 6,000. We've unlocked this every time, and so we'll get there. But this is where I smash a watermelon, a pumpkin, a jackfruit. And you guys get to vote on, you name it, and then you vote on the weapon of destruction. And boy, do I have a great weapon this time. You guys get to vote, but I know once you guys see this weapon that you're going to want. You're going to vote for that. So
that just kills me. You know, I feel sorry for that pumpkin patch. When they see you, they probably wish they had legs.
They see me coming. And then they're like, it's great. I'm like, and these. So this is what I'm aiming for to unlock. So we have scratch and sniff stickers coming. If we break 6,500, and we've broken 6,500 before, so we got to push and get there, but I'm excited. So we have beer smelling ones, barbecue scented ones, and zombie flesh. And I know you know that you are curious. Aren't you curious?
What is zombie flesh?
I'm not gonna say.
Does this smell like your earrings when you don't get it right?
That's gross. No, it's not gonna smell like that, but it's still pretty disgusting. So I'm gonna send those in little plastic bags because I don't want your comic book to smell like it when you take it out. It's gross.
God forbid you, right, guys? That smell.
Speaking of tattoos, I will send you a temporary tattoo of this guy.
Cool.
Should we break 7,000, you can get one too.
You got to make it happen, folks.
Now, at 8,000, there is now, Al, everybody is in love with this Big James idea. And I wrote an 8-page short story of just Big James destruction. And so if you guys are interested in what this is going to look like, I will produce 2 pages of this and put it in the back of your book.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then just everything else that goes along with Path. We have riddles. We have short films. The riddles, if you solve this, like something shows up in your mailbox from a character. We have hidden YouTube videos. We have hidden websites. We have working phone numbers. It's just a lot of fun to reach out and touch. Yeah. Aren't these cool?
Look at this.
This one is awesome. The one that's coming for 6 is by far my favorite. So I have someone working on it now. And then I'll put the riddle together. But
Yeah, and she
and then
got videos, commercials.
yeah,
It's entertaining. Laurie
just
do not play
yeah.
around, yo. And
There's
now I got
nowhere,
this new squad right here, and I'm about to take
Matt,
the universe, son.
Rachel. So you guys can read about them should you like. And I mean, it's pretty standard from here on out. It's like, where are we going to spend our money on? The comic. It takes
Yeah,
money to produce comics. It's about $4,000 in art. There's, a thousand some odd dollars in print charges. Kickstarter takes their cut, and then it's like merchandise is the 8%, and then it's just fees. So there's a ton of good stuff. So
and let's
go
make it
explore.
happen, folks. And check out my
Mhm.
big homie right there too. Anyone World, I'm big
Yes.
homie.
So I have a collection on Any One World. You can get the trade paperback, the physical copy, shipped to you anywhere in the world. Do you like my big fat no AI bear?
Yeah, there you go. No AI, just this Big James. Big James doesn't look like that. This guy can't even move. Poor
No,
guy.
no, we don't use any AI, no AI art, no AI covers, no AI, no AI. So
Yeah, no AI. You get it. It's
mm-mm.
beautiful, real comic book artistry, and folks, again,
Yes.
support this wonderful project. Again, we have 5561. Again, it is funded, but we need more backers. All right.
Gosh,
So
don't
again,
you want to do the slice and dice? And my goal is to get those scratch and sniff stickers, you guys.
yeah, I'm
That's what
curious
I'm
about
really
the
looking
zombie
for.
smell. I'm telling you, you got to do like the rotten, zombie,
I'm not
eating
telling. I'm not telling. It is super disgusting.
horrible.
You'll have to help me get there, and then you can smell it for yourself.
Yeah, folks, look, we have 11 days to go. So if you want to
Mhm.
smell that sticker, I know you want to. You guys like to smell things that are horrible. As much as you guys deny it, say, "Ew, it stinks," but you can't help it. You're gonna hide under covers and smell the sticker nonstop.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
It's so gross.
Nah.
But the other two smell good. So I mean, you'll get beer and you'll get barbecue sauce. So ta-da.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. So, but again, let's make it happen, folks. Again, 11 days to go. Laurie is a big boss right here. She does not play around with any of these projects. Again, she's the legend, man. She works very hard at these, and
Mhm.
and for real. So, let me ask you something though before we go, Laurie.
Yes.
We have a little fun here with you. We got to go big, and that's how Laurie do, right?
That's how I
So,
do.
if you could bring one character from your comics into the real world for just a day, who would it be, and what kind of shenanigans would you get
Oh,
into?
can I answer two different things? So, I mean, I would really like to bring Big James into the real world just to see what kind of terror he would
Oh man,
like the havoc, the shenanigans, everything. I would just like set him loose and see what happens and run the other direction. I think that would be the more chaotic answer. And the other answer is I would bring Dwayne Fink into the real world and just spend a night at the bar, sitting next to him, buying him drinks, and hearing all the crazy stuff that comes out of his mouth. I would love to hear all the stories that
it
he
should
could
be there with
tell.
a pen and pad. Like, great, I'm going to use this for the next story. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I would just ask him all the questions because I'm sure he has well, I know his past and I know where he came from and what he knows, but I'm sure there's all sorts of other things that he could tell us. So that would be fun.
Fantastic. I'm digging it. You hear what Laurie said, all right? It's all about that fun stuff for folks. One thing first, check out that website, pathofthepalewriter.com, all right? Go
Yeah. If
there,
we're
catch
not
up.
live on a campaign, that's where you get our books.
Yep, exactly. And you can follow on social. She has a dope Facebook group, Path of the Pale Writer. You go to Instagram, TikTok at path_of_the_pale_writer. Whew, that's a
Terrible.
lot.
I regret.
And then on X, very simple, Path Pale Writer. All right, show the love there. But the most important love you must show today and for the next 11 days is the Kickstarter. Right? Kickstarter project, Path of the Pale Rider, issues 1 through 6. It is live now. The links are below in the show notes. All right. It's also below on the screen, below everywhere. Just go click away. We got 11 days to go. I'm telling you, ain't no better, awesome independent creator out there like Laurie. I mean, there's a few, and Laurie is that top of the game, along with a couple of others that really do work hard, and I see them all the time, and the hustle. So I love that. Yo, Crimson, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a great night, and I hope you back the project. If not, and if you have, just throw in some more. Why not? All right, let's make it happen, baby. All right, that's what it is. So thank you, Laurie, for your time. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Laurie, where can they see you next? So I know you'll be busy doing pods and all. Where can the people see you next and catch up?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm on a ton of podcasts this week. You can catch me on my own podcast, The Tuesday Morning Brew, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be hosting Any One World Showcase on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have interviews. I'm going to be on Greg Moquin. I'm going to be on Laughing Rogue. I'm going to be, I can't even remember them all that I'm going to be on this week. I have an episode of Killer Karen dropping on Friday. That's every other Friday. That's the one that's the intentional dumpster fire. And then this weekend, I'm going to be at Texoma Comic-Con. Looking forward to that. I'm going to be rocking out wearing my Apocalypse Cowgirl outfit and in the flesh. I'll have the hot sauce and the comic books and hanging out with Sam Vera, George Medina, William Russell, Chris Hayes, Lacey Kruger, Lauren Gibson, awesome. On and on and on and on. There's going to be a ton of us there. So come to Texoma.
Pumpkins beware, though. Do not be a pumpkin. You might be attacked by Laurie, but other than that, everybody else is safe. You know what I mean?
This is also true. You're safe. You're safe.
If you're not a pumpkin, you're safe.
As long as you're not a pumpkin.
Laurie, you're the best. I appreciate your time again. Support independent comics, Path of the Pair Rider, live now on Kickstarter, mi gente. And thank you for tuning in, everybody that was tuning in. You're my Crusaders. Much love. I appreciate you. Hasta la próxima. You know what it is. Wepa!
Wepa!
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.